God, a love that makes the universe, a love that sustains us all. You are the love, you are the love of God. We are the love, we are the love of God. A love that makes the universe, a love that sustains us all. You are that love, we are the love of God. You are the love, you are the love of God. I am that love, I am the love of God.
All right, good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing this morning? Your alarm went off an hour earlier than you were used to? Yeah. I'll tell you what, that's a rough one in my household. I'll tell you, that's always a rough one. I like the one in the fall where we get that extra hour of sleep, but the one in the spring is a drag, I'll tell you. But welcome to the Center of Unity. We are glad that you all made it this morning. If you are joining us for the first time, we just want to say absolutely welcome, welcome, welcome. You are absolutely in the right place at the right time. And if you're joining us online, we want to say welcome to you as well. If you would comment in there and let us know that you're with us this morning, that would be fantastic. We're going to go ahead and get started this morning. Words are going to be on the screen. Love to hear you singing with us this morning. Here we go. Bless the Lord of my soul, oh my soul, worship your holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I worship your holy name.
Sun comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing your song again. Whatever may pass, whatever lies before me, let me be singing when the evening comes.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship your holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I worship your holy name. You're rich in love and you're slow to anger. Your name is great and your heart is kind. For all your goodness I will keep on singing. 10,000 reasons for my heart to find. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship your holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I worship your holy name.
That day
When my strength is failing, the end draws near and my time has come, and still my soul will sing your praise unending. 10,000 reasons and forevermore. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship your holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I worship your holy name. Oh, I
worship your holy name.
Well, good morning. So we're about half full. We're not going to laugh when somebody shows up at 11:20 ready to come to service this morning. Welcome. Glad you're here. You know, besides being a little bit groggy this morning, I woke up with just such an overwhelming feeling of gratitude. And the gratitude was really around that I get to walk this journey with so many people that are on the same path. You know, we struggle together, we add more love together, we learn together, and it is just an amazing thing. I think about how many people in the world are not surrounded by people who are really working to live and to express those core ideals of Jesus. And that is what brings the kingdom about into our own experience and into our lives. So I'm just very grateful as I look at all these faces, as I know those many, many faces that are with us online this morning, and just appreciate each other, that you also get to walk this journey with people who are of like mind and who are in the struggle to bring more light, to be the light in our world. So we're going to sing again. A new one. We got a new song.
We're going to sing a
this
new
morning.
song. We're going to
Just
teach
because
y'all.
our brains are so clear this morning,
That's
we're going
right.
to teach
We're
us
gonna
a
try
new
something
song.
completely new that we've never done before. It ought to be exciting. So yeah, this is a new song. It's called Waymaker. If you ever listen to the radio, you may hear it on the radio, but it's a great song. Words are going to be on the screen. You can follow along with us. Let's give it a shot. Worship you, worship you. You are here working in this place. I worship you, I worship you. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
You are here, touching every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you, I worship you. We make a miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. We make a miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
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 That is who you are. That is who you are. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. You never stop, you never stop working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. That is who you are.
is who you are. That is who you are.
I will come over here, Barbara. Good morning, everyone. It's so nice to see so many wonderfully smiling faces out there and feel all the good energy in this room. My name is Lynn, and this is my partner, Barbara, and we are your care team for today. We will be standing near the prayer room door right after service, and we would love to pray with you. We can pray with you for blessings with gratitude and lift up those thanks to God, and we can pray with you for concerns. Our daily word for today is timeless. In timeless moments in the silence, I discover myself anew.
I relax and let go, withdrawing my attention from my surroundings. Breathing deeply, my mind relaxes and my heart opens. I enter my sacred inner sanctuary. Here I have no awareness of time. I hear no words. I think no thoughts. I feel no separation. There is only the richness of silence, the awesome presence of infinite life, love, and wisdom. I am one with this presence. The time and attention I devote to my regular practice of meditation builds deep, abiding peace and clarity in my consciousness. In these timeless moments, I discover I have all I need. Enough strength, understanding, love, and time to progress along my path and accomplish all that is mine to do.
And from the book of Revelations, we read, "Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away."
And I just invite you to join us as we have our healing prayer. This is an opportunity that we hold all of those prayers that have been submitted to our prayer ministry. We hold the prayers that we come to this time and place in our hearts and our minds. We know that this collective energy is big enough even to enfold the prayers of the world into this moment and into this space where indeed understanding and peace, wisdom and joy, healing, all unfold in perfect divine ways. We may not always understand or know how it will manifest itself so that our sight and our ears and our senses can take it in, but we know it is unfolding right in this moment. And we simply say thank you. Thank you, God. Amen.
Some have asked me about my glow. They seem to want to know why I move the way I do. Is there someone special in my life? Or have I found a love so true they just don't know? No, they just don't know that I found a deeper love, deeper love, the deepest love one can find. I found a love so free, God revealed itself to me. Spirit is so real, and it's a deep, deep love. Some have asked me much changed in my life? Did I buy something new? Or did I win some kind of prize? But I found a real love. Spirit is my closest friend. Always beginning, and it has no end. They just don't know. No, they just don't know that I found a deeper love, deeper love, the deepest love that one can find. I found a love so free, God revealed itself to me. Spirit is so real, and it's a deep, deep love that I feel. Did I win some kind of prize? No, I'm seeing with brand new eyes. Or did I meet a special friend? No, I found a real love within. I'm glowing bright with God's love. I'm stepping out in my faith. That is a brand new day. And there's nothing in my way. So all I can say is that I found a deeper love, the deepest love that one can find. I found a love so free, God revealed itself to me. Spirit is so real, and it's a deep, deep love, a deep love. It's a deeper love that I found.
All right. So last week I shared an idea that I emphasized was the most important thing that I was going to speak to during my talk. Anybody remember what it was? You can just shout it out. Nope, it wasn't the light. But that's a good thing to remember. So what I said was this. No reason. I knew Spirit was guiding me that I had to bring it up again because we got to get this at as deep a level as we can. What I said was Jesus's instructions were not meant for the fallible human nature, for our fallible human nature. Rather, they were directed to our souls. When we're trying to understand these scriptures, it's so often such a struggle to do it from our human perspective. But if we'll appropriate them at the soul level, then we see them with fresh eyes. We see them, as many would say, through the eyes of the heart. There may be a pop quiz next week, so just file that away. The Bible, the Gospels, at least from our perspective, were not written to be read literally. There's too many paradoxes. There's too many different stories and perspectives. And you can't read it like you would typically pick up and read a history book or a novel that have been written with the idea of some chronological and factual nature. What Jesus taught at its core was really trying to speak and to awaken that part in our human nature and in humankind at that time, to awaken them to they were more than just this human being. He was trying to get to another part of us and say, that part, yes, is part of your experience, but you are so much more than that. You know, one of those things that we've grappled with, I think, our entire human journey was Jesus's direction to love our enemies. I talked a little bit about this last week, but I think it's one that we really have to begin to. Uh-oh, am I going in and out? Am I good? In a conscious way, we need to figure out, what does that look like for us? If that was the instruction, how can we make sense of that? How can we turn the other cheek? How can we give someone everything if that's what they want? If they say, I need that from you, how can we just be in that space of generosity? It is central to the path to God consciousness, or as Deepak Chopra describes it, as the third Jesus, or the Christ. He calls it the cosmic Christ. Sometimes we refer to it as the Christ consciousness. It seems like, at least in our history, the only ones who've managed to live this teaching, to be this teaching, we called saints or spiritual masters. People rationed, well, you know, we're inherently sinful, so it's not something that the everyday person should be expected to do or to demonstrate. Realizing this, the early Christian church and the governments reinterpreted this instruction, this teaching, sort of watering it down so that the majority of the people who were enmeshed in this fearful nature had a way to manage it and still feel like they were being somewhat in alignment with the teachings. I don't know if you've heard of this before, but back in 350 CE, when Constantine became a Christian and then enveloped the whole church into the Roman Empire, something got developed called the just war theory, and it's still alive and well today in the Christian community, in fact, many people's own psyches, whether they're conscious of it or not. And it says this, it says, does Jesus teach that we should turn the other cheek and love our enemies mean that it's always wrong to go to war? Should the world have turned the other cheek to Hitler and tried to love him into surrender? When Osama bin Laden ordered the attack on the World Trade Center, should the U.S. have responded by sending him the Sears Tower as well? Or does Jesus allow a place for both loving our enemies and yet, in certain situations, using force to restrain evil? What follows are some of the primary reasons we believe that it's right, and I'm speaking, this is sort of a doctrine that I found. I've sort of blended it from various Christian theologies out there. We believe that it's right for the military and Christians who are part of the military to engage in wars that have, and here's the key phrase, just cause. Now the question is, who determines what that just cause is? Namely, self-defense, the restraint of life-threatening evil, and the punishment of nations. See, there's that punishment implies there's been a judgment, and individuals who've committed unjust acts of war against one's country. This is what is the just war theory. It goes on to say this. It says that Jesus is speaking primarily to individuals, not to governments. The text then shows that an individual's primary responsibility in the response to evil should be to turn the other cheek. While the other texts we've seen, and they quote Romans 13, show that the government's God-given responsibility is to punish those who commit crimes, whether it's murder or terrorism or any of those things that we would consider in our human agreements to be crimes. And while it's sometimes even appropriate for individuals to use self-defense, it's never appropriate for individuals to seek to punish others. But it is right for governments both to take measures of self-defense and to execute retribution. Sit with that for a minute. Interestingly enough, the scripture that they used that gives this government authority, and that time it was the Roman Empire, was written by Paul. So Romans was a letter that Paul wrote to these burgeoning Christian communities to tell people you need to follow the Roman rule and law in a practical sense, if that's the government you're under, while practicing your own and holding fast to your own Christian beliefs. For the first 300 years of Christianity, they lived as pacifists. But when the Roman Empire, we can't have that. We've got to have some way to defend this new Christian empire, and therefore it had to be doctrinated. And the one who did that, who wrote this just war theory, was St. Augustine, in a way to try and grapple with these differences. What would Jesus say? I don't know. It's something that I grapple with myself. But I do know what he did. He walked the path of non-resistance. He turned the other cheek, and he gave all that he had to the end of his human journey. That's what he did. Now, it's interesting, as I was kind of researching all of this, I found that in 2016, Pope Francis called for the first ever conference to debate the just war theory. Hundreds of centuries had passed before anyone even said, should we even talk about this? Should we question it? Should we see if there might be another way? And its 80 participants concluded with this statement. It said, we need a new framework that is consistent with the gospel of nonviolence, says the participants, noting that Francis and his 4 predecessors had all spoken out against war. We propose that the Catholic Church develop and consider shifting to a just peace approach based on the Gospels. We have a moral imperative to develop tools and capacities for nonviolent transformation of conflict. How we do that, I think, starts with our own souls. We have to look and see where we are. How often are we at war with the people around us? And I'm talking about on a micro level. Deepak Chopra tells a story in his book about how he used this essential spiritual teaching in his own life. He said that he was at a book signing, he's a very, sold millions and millions of books, and he was at a book signing when a woman came up to him and said, I need 3 hours of your time. And he said, well, I'm sorry, ma'am. Have you talked to my office to try and schedule? I've called. They told me you didn't have anything available. I flew all the way here from Mexico. You say all the time that anything is possible, and I need 3 hours of your time right now. Well, he was looking for someone to come help him, kind of navigate this woman to another place. And as he said, I'm sorry, ma'am, if you'll come back at the end of my book signing, I can maybe find a few minutes for you. And she launched into a tirade and, started cussing him out and creating this big scene in the bookstore and saying, you're a fraud, you don't practice what you preach, blah, blah, until she finally left. He goes on to say that later that night, he said, I couldn't find any peace. You never have those encounters where it just replays in your mind over and over again. And he decided, well, I'm just going to write out a list of things that I noticed about this woman to try and just get it onto paper, that she was angry, that she was demanding, that she was confrontational, that she was selfish. And then he decided to call his wife because he was out on the road, and he asked her, does any of this resonate with me? Am I ever demanding or confrontational or selfish or angry? He said, and there was this long pause on the other end of the line. So he said, okay, I got to look at this because this is something in me too. And he found that first veneer of annoyance and irritation. In other words, it's like, I didn't do this. This woman did this. I was just, doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And she was the one who created this scene. But then when he sat with it and decided to go deeper, he could see that mirror, that she was just simply that mirror unto him in those places where he was angry, where he was confrontational, where he was focused on self. And this, what he called the inner enemy, needed to be loved, needed to be embraced in order to be able to ultimately heal it within himself. He goes on to say that this teaching is really a vehicle to change our consciousness. And once we can see it and engage it and discover and heal whatever those parts of ourselves that are still at war with who we are as a spiritual being, only when we can get to that place will the outer world mirror that back to us. So we start. I don't know how to fix the whole world. I'm not saying I'm against, what other decisions get made. I've had nephews that have gone and fought over there. I've seen the challenges in their lives as a result of being a part of that. And yet I know for sure, this is what I know for sure, that I have to start. This is what I have control over, and I have to start with me. And that's what Jesus was saying. He was saying we have to find those places in ourselves that are separate and that are afraid and begin to heal those. We can love our enemies by beginning with those within us first. And then we discover that truly there is only love. So as we take some time to move into meditation, I would just invite you to close your eyes or just soften your gaze and not be looking at the things around the room, but just allow that to bring your attention within. And see if we can't go into that inner space within us and shut the door so that we can hear and experience the love that is always there for us. Listen to these words to see if they can bring you deeper into that place.
There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
Sing that to whatever parts of yourself may be in that space of feeling separate or angry or confused. Those parts of you that are worried and afraid. Remind them each. Send them each that energy of love. That is all there is.
There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
Sing that one more time with us as we begin to bring our attention back to this space.
There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
And then whenever you're ready, take a deep breath and then just bring your attention back to this time and space. So Jesus devoted many of his teachings to the self, to the individual, to the various aspects of what we conceive to be me. They're all wrapped up in together, the ego, the personality, the soul, and there's no real, it's kind of this big jumble of energies that we have to navigate through. It's not neatly separated, and Jesus was trying to speak, as we've said, first to the soul, but to those other parts of us too, to awaken us to know who we really are and to help each of us experience that oneness with God that he had, that he could go through every moment of the day and there was no separation. He knew the Father and I are one. He says it in a lot of ways to get to that place. That's the place where no enemy can exist, when we are feel and know and experience and see and live from that place of oneness. It's not easy to do, but he's telling us this is what's possible and this is the path to the kingdom. He was speaking to the disciples when he said this. He said, "Whoever wants to be first must be last, the servant of all." Well, they were all wanting to be, as they were getting ready to go out and, on their own and launch there, they all wanted, that ego always wants to be first. And I could tell they were, he always said things sort of in riddles that you had to really think about them. It wasn't clear, but it's like, oh, in order to step into all that I'm desiring, I have to be willing to be humbled and to let go and just to follow that path of whatever it is. He was talking about breaking down the ego and its incessant self-importance. He was wanting each to know that there was a deeper truth about them and about what this life was all about. That the spirit, the soul, has been put last, and only by putting it first will the kingdom come into existence, will it be revealed. We've had this as a theme a couple of times, but it seems to be showing up so that we can get it at a deeper level. It is our ability to put spirit, to put soul in the driver's seat. This is what Jesus was talking about as the second birth. There's a couple of different places where he talks about being born again. He's talking to Nicodemus, who came and said, "I don't understand. How could somebody be born again, be born anew? You're going to go back into the womb and come out again?" Because he was, again, very literal in his understanding of it. And Jesus then responds to him, "Truly I say to you, unless one is born of water and the Spirit, he cannot enter the kingdom of God. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit." So he said, don't marvel. See if you can't get this, that I said to you, you must be born anew. He said, it's like the wind. It blows. You hear the sound of it, at least sometimes, but you don't know where it comes from or where it goes. That is what everyone who is born of spirit gets to experience. They know it's there. They know it's always flowing through them, and yet they always aren't sure its origins, or as it passes through them, how it will affect the world. Much of the time when this happens for us, it's subtle. Most of us don't have these grand, spiritually awakening aha moments. It just seems to happen gradually. It seems to almost happen when we don't even notice it, until all of a sudden we're able to step in and see something and engage with someone and express a greater expansion of what love looks like in our world. This second birth, it is our birth. It is our process of allowing spirit to slide on over into the driver's seat and our ego. Because the ego makes a great navigator. The ego knows quite a bit, and the ego can say, hey, don't go down that road, let's go over this road. when it's just guiding that highest part of us. As we discover that have spent so much time seeking in the outer world a place to feel safe, a place to feel loved, that indeed it is always within us, and we find our home.
Found the place I long to be, safe in your arms, dropping my guard, where patience waits, where love redeems, oh my soul, where else would I go? You held me and you hold me tight, even the dark to you is light. You took all of my pieces and parts, you built the door to my heart. You are a home for me, and I give all of my questions and reasons, all of my hope to believe that you are a home to me. You are my search, my treasure found, strength of my hope. Where else would I go? You hold me and you hold me tight, even the dark to you is light. Oh, you held me and you hold me tight, even the dark to you is light. You took all of my pieces and parts, you built the door to my heart. You are a home for me, and I give all of my questions and reasons, all of my hope to believe that you are a home for me. And everywhere I go, that's where I'll find you. And everywhere I go, that's where you are. And everywhere I go, that's where I find you. And everywhere I go, that's where you are. You took all of my pieces and parts, you built the door to my heart, and you are a home for me.
That was beautiful. Well, it is our opportunity now to share of our financial good with this ministry. I totally forgot last week. Normally, the first Sunday of each month, we're going to remind you about that pesky little loan payment that we have. And, just invite you, if you are blessed with a little extra and you can share a little extra, it will help us pay off the loan much sooner. And just make sure if you're giving towards that, that you note that on there so we know to apply that to it. We just know that we are abundantly blessed and we receive all that we need to meet the demands of this ministry, especially this building, and we're grateful. We're grateful that it's all in good stead now and that we just get to move forward with a new solid foundation that is that place where we can come and be together and have this space in order to be able to not only share and practice with ourselves, but to invite others who are seeking this kind of spiritual awakening into our presence. So in a few minutes, the ushers are going to invite you to come up row by row. You can place your gift, if you're offering one today, into the larger basket, or just hold your hand over it if you give electronically and feel that energy moving through it, or there's some cards that you can put in there. We give you all sorts of choices here. And then receive an affirmation to bless you this week. So let us join in mind and in heart as we hold the energy of this abundance in our hands and bless it together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Father, Mother God.
Love is my decision. It's up to me to give up my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. Once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Right here and now, I know it's done. The life that I've dreamed of is barely begun. As sure as the sun shines down on me, I am the one to set myself free. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. My decision, right here and now. My decision, right here and now.
A couple of announcements before I hand the microphone over to Norma for our welcome. Unfortunately, we did have to cancel pickleball for today for lack of players, but we are, sense of unity, we go with the flow. We will be trying again on May 19th, so keep that in mind. And also to invite everyone to join us next Sunday is St. Patrick's Day, and we're having a St. Patrick's Day potluck. Also, the youth will be in the fellowship hall selling baked goods to help out with the Sunday school. So plan to purchase some of that to help out Sunday school, and then join us for a great time at the St. Patrick's Day potluck. Wear your green, but no pinching, okay? That's good.
Thank you. I am Norma, and welcome again. If you're watching us for the first time, we're glad you've chosen to join us. We invite you to visit our website and fill out the Connect card. And if you're watching locally, we invite you to visit us in person. We'd like to get to know you. If you're watching us in person today for the first time, please complete a visitor card found in the pew pocket in front of you and drop it in the box on your way out. Several weeks ago, the call went out from our youth ed director, Debbie Franz, and little stuffies began to show up in the pews, gracing us with their joyful presence. Over the weeks, their legion have grown. These little stuffies. Their legions have grown, and these little stuffies and figures will be used by first responders to give to children in times of trauma, to ease the upheaval and confusion of their situations. Please be sure that during the service, you hold them and give them plenty of love so they'll carry that perfect energy with them to their new home. Let the little stuffies know the wonderful job ahead of them and comfort they will be bringing to children in need. We'll collect stuffies through the end of March, when we'll say goodbye to them and send them on their greater good, helping innocent community members navigate difficult times. To all who have donated stuffies and all who will donate in the coming weeks, and to all of those who are giving them much love. We love you. We bless you. We truly appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Namaste.
Here's what's coming up at Center of Unity. Join us at the Body, Mind, Spirit Fest, where you'll discover a world of holistic wellness and self-care practices. For a limited time, tickets are buy one, get one free from the COU website or app. Don't miss out on this transformative experience. Do you know any holistic healers, spirit guides, or wellness enthusiasts? If so, please tell them about this great opportunity to showcase their services and products to a community of like-minded individuals at our Body, Mind, Spirit Fest. Please refer them to the COU website for more info. It's time to spruce up the church for Easter, so join your spiritual family on Saturday, March 16th, to do a little work inside or out. Bring your tools for outside work, and inside cleaning will include work in the sanctuary, kitchen, fellowship hall, and wherever else is needed. All are welcome, and we'll have donuts and coffee. Join the Quirked Group this month for a family movie night at Glade Parks on Friday, March 15 at 6:15 p.m. Remember to bring your chairs. Then, bring a dish to share and join us for a St. Patrick's Day potluck and games after church on Sunday, March 17th. Contact Barbara Luders for more info. Join Dr. Ash in learning the art of self-love as we seek to learn of the wisdom of the past, the science of the present, and the aspirations of our future on Sunday, April 7th from 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. In this collaborative workshop, you will be part of a journey of discovering where we collectively learn, discuss, and grow. Sign up from the COU website or app. Come to Fellowship Hall after service on March 17th to support our youth ed at their bake sale fundraiser. They are raising funds to help furnish their classrooms. There are multiple ways you can make a donation to Center of Unity. You can drop your donation off at the church, mail it to our P.O. Box, visit our website, or use the COU or Venmo app. Your continued support is greatly appreciated.
Thank you for everyone joining us this week. We look forward to seeing you back next week, and I believe we're going to sing our kids in. Hey, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hey, this little light of mine, well, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
All right. Good morning, everybody. We got a small group because a lot of people, parents told me last week they're on spring break. So, all right. So the kids had a good time today, and I think starting with Doc, they're going to tell you what they learned today.
Today we drawed forgiving and non-forgiving.
Okay.
Today we read Joseph and his brothers. We read about forgiveness.
I guess you changed my. All right.
Next Sunday, we're having a bake sale for our furnishings. It's going to be in the fellowship hall after church on Sunday.
All right, and we're collecting fills for the Easter eggs. So just we have plenty of eggs. We just need the candy to go inside the eggs. So, and the Easter egg hunt will be after church service on Easter Sunday.
All right, so why don't we all stand up together? Let's join hands, and we'll do our peace song.
go into this day, into this week, embracing and loving those enemies within us so that we can be that light into the world. We go knowing our prayer for protection. Do it as a call and response with me. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. And together, wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Have a great week.